All right, Blue Adept, how you doing? I'm gonna wear some headgear here and go with the motif. So yeah, you said that I have a misimpression that science can explain everything. What I would say to that is that if we know how to explain something, but that is science, regardless of what form that explanation takes. If it's a correct or accurate explanation, it is a scientific explanation. So I don't know if we're in disagreement there, or what. I don't know. I'm going to move on. And you talk about physical processes as things that science can tackle, versus the spiritual aspect or experiential aspect of things. Science can account for everything. Um, I see what you're getting at here. Like, yeah, it's whatever it is that I am and I experience, and this thing that is receiving the sensory input and what actually makes the decisions and stuff like that. Yeah, that the experience of being RabidApe, that's something that can only I can experience, and that, yeah, I guess it's hard to quantify. Is that what I'm trying to say? Um, so I don't disagree with you that there are things that cannot be measured, objectively, but I don't, to the extent that something can be understood, I think that falls within the realm of science. So if you want to respond to that, I'm sure you will. So two pitfalls that you speak of people having, going along with this view. Labels confer explanatory status. I wouldn't necessarily agree to that. I would say labels are just an aid to constructing models. Um, yeah, you give the example of someone with schizophrenia, I think, or and you put that label on them, and that explains what that is. And I would say no, but if in the act of engaging in a dialogue about someone with schizophrenia, or yeah, it's just a label. It's a way to abbreviate. I personally, I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't think labels necessarily confer explanatory status. They're just a conversational tool. And then correlation is explanation. Correlation, I guess, could be part of an explanation. It help to arrive at an understanding, but yeah, correlation does not imply causality. I don't believe that for a second. But it can give you an idea of where to look. Let's see, paramecium pain. How do you build something that is capable of experiencing a sensation? Yeah, I guess this kind of goes back into that other thing. Wow, this is awkward. um, how would we construct something that is capable of having an experience, and how would we know that? How would we quantify it? I don't know. I imagine we'll get closer to being able to answer that in the coming years. Like, I guess, you know, I'm personally a singularity advocate or fan or believer, or whatever you want to call it. When I look at the data and the trends, or et cetera, et cetera, I see, yeah, the likelihood for some profound changes in the, if not in the very near future, it's going to happen eventually, I guess, is the way I see it. And yeah, I guess, yeah, you have this idea that there is something to experience other than the physical process, and I guess that's where we fundamentally disagree. I don't know. Yeah. Questions of consciousness. That's I'm sure to a certain respect are always going to be outside of the purview of science. Yeah, due to the nature of being able to subjectively communicate or objectively, excuse me, communicate the experience of what it is to be you. Um, Spiritual realm is something other than physical. Oh man. You know what? This is probably inadequate. I might end up deleting this. Trying again. I don't know.